And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be carrying on the main story of Shadowbringers. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So we are here in Ilmeg at 1525, and we need to talk to Urianger. The quest is called A Visit to Nu Mou. So Urianger is eager to press on with the hunt for the Fey Relics. So with our enemies fast approaching, time is of the essence. We must needs accomplish our mission with all possible haste. Of the two remaining bearers of the relics, the Nu Mou are the nearer. We shall seek them out next. Among the Fey folk, they bear the distinction of having abided in these lands since before the flood. They are also the friendliest to men, and have served me faithfully whensoever I have called upon them. Instead, they are the source of much of the knowledge I have acquired in my time here. The path leadeth past my dwellings. Let us away. Okay. Right, so let's see how far we have to go. Okay, so we have to go quite far. So once we get there, we will continue. Okay, so we made it to Urianger, so let's carry on. So past yonder cliff lieth Plaeni, home of the Nu Mou. The others have gone ahead to scout the way. Come, let us follow. Cool. So we have to go there. So once we get there, we will continue. Okay, so we made it. Just beware that you have to actually go up this way. That way will actually lead you off a cliff. So, yeah. Anyway. So if the path striketh thee as precipitous, it's because it was once a mountain trail. For where the lake now lieth, there was a valley, in whose midst thrived the city of Vobert. 'Twas only when the Thoth came, in the wake of the flood, that the settlement was drowned. We stand now upon its former outskirts, grazing lands where shepherds once tended their flocks. Though one cannot help but feel a pang of loss when faced with such a spectacle, one can scarcely blame the Fey folk for so altering the land. The blame for that lieth rightly with the light, a force terrible enough to bring an entire civilization to its knees, an entire world. That should have been allowed to rise up unchecked is a greater regret. Yet in spite of all the tragedy which surroundeth me, full glad am I for the chance to be here. 'Twas these lands which brought together the warriors of darkness and Midphilia, lest thou forget. Therefore, even were there no eighth umbral calamity to forestall, it seemeth only right that I strive to deliver the first from its doom. Only right, I say, though such words ill convey the strength of my resolve. In truth, I can no more ignore the plight of this world than I can choose to stop the breathing. And thus do I labour, for those we have lost, for those we can yet save. The coming struggle promiseth to test us to our limits, but so long as we stand together, I doubt not but that we shall prevail. Aha, mortals, just as we thought. Hast thou business with us? Business? Ha, nothing so boring. We smelled you coming and thought we'd come to play. They do not appear to be pixies of Lyderan. Mine apologies, but we are in some haste. Mayhap another day? Oh, in some haste are you? Then allow me to hasten you on the way. Okay. So teleportation magic. For a mercy, we were not sent far from our course. Should the pixies find us again, however, they will most assuredly repeat the trick. We have not the time to waste. Let us avail ourselves of an enchantment I have learned. Fake Cloak is called. A most ingenious magic when rendered one invisible to the Fey folk, albeit briefly. Okay. So let's do it. Let's see this skill. These pixies are annoying to say the least. I shall cast the enchantment upon thee. Under its aegis, thou art to make thy way past the pixies and rejoin our comrades. Know, however, that the enchantment shall suffice to veil thee and thee alone. Be not tempted to employ a mount, as it will not serve to give thy presence away. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, so head to... Okay, we have a minute. So we need to head to... Where is the destination? Oh, right there. Okay. So let's sprint. So they said don't mount. Because if you mount, then God help you. Okay. So we went past the pixies. I'll try and make sure that I don't get hit by the mobs either. If I get hit by the mobs. Okay, so there's pairs of pixies just waiting. Okay, there's less than a minute to go. Okay, hope this mob doesn't aggro me. Crap. Okay. Made it. Nailed it. Okay, so the next bit, J is right there. So let's just keep running. Okay, so basically, pixies guard that road, and they're kind of annoying. So, but we have to... We survived, so... Okay, let's talk to Fangrid, actually. So, I assume you were right behind us. What took you so long? I see. Yes, I'd say that's a valid excuse for lateness. You are hereby forgiven. In other good news, the Nu Mou village lies just through here. We'll enter as soon as J deigns to join us. Cool. So, mortals are here. Lots of them. So, I thought you said the Nu Mou were men's best friends. The poor thing was beside itself with fear. 'Twas beside itself, perhaps, but not with fear. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable, I tell you, to have so many mortals appear at once. So, it's more excitement than we can bear. Greetings, Elder Wade Ank. Tia Ni. It hath been a while. Pray forgive my brevity, but time is against us. We are come to borrow the stone scepter of the Nu Mou. The stone scepter? Then you mean to lift the seal over life gear? That is unacceptable. Unacceptable, I tell you. If the king is set free, none here will be safe. Unlike our Fey cousins, the Nu Mou have called this land our home since time immemorial. Leaving is unthinkable. Thus did full many of us lay down our lives to seal away our king when they were corrupted by light. We do as you ask. Our sacrifice would have been in vain. Don't worry, we will defeat Titania. No one will come to harm. Just hand over the goddamn stuff. But then you'll only become another Light Warden. It changes nothing. Honored Elder, pray believe me when I say that this woman is possessed not only of the strength required to vanquish the king, but of something still more valuable, a means to resist the resultant corruption. Indeed, she hath already laid low the Light Warden of Lakeland, all without succumbing to the influence of its light. She is yet a stranger to this land, 'tis true, but she harboureth the self-same desire to see the Sin-Eaters eliminated as we do. Wilt thou not lend us thy hand, and that we might see thy beloved home restored to its former glory? You have always done right by us, Urianger. If you have placed your faith in this woman, then so shall we. As you say, we want nothing more than to be rid of the Sin-Eaters. Be that as it may, this is not a decision to be made lightly. We require time to deliberate. A turn of the moon, perhaps? We don't have a turn of the moon, unless we want to debate this with the Elmoran army. Elder, given all that is at stake, I cannot well expect thee simply to roll over and acquiesce to our request. But even now a powerful foe draweth near, and I fear I must beseech thee to hasten thy deliberations, that thou might fetch us the scepter while there is yet time to use it. Roll over? Fetch? Ha! You know full well that naught gives us greater pleasure than to render aid to men. You know full well, yet you speak the words of power regardless. It's unfair. Unfair, I tell you. In happier times, it was our honour to assist mortals in need and to receive rewards befitting our deeds. Since the kingdom of Vobert fell, however, we've been starved of man's patronage. After so many years of deprivation, it is difficult to ignore such an earnest entreaty. Very well, Urianger. I promise to give you as swift an answer as I may. In return, I ask that you and yours remain here the while and bestow upon us your patronage. Is this arrangement agreeable? Cool. So let's finish that quest. Right. The next quest is called A Fitting Payment. So Wide Ang sniffs at you expectantly. So you will offer your patronage to our people too, yes? Let's see, perhaps you can begin with Mans Osa. They are one of our foremost artisans, once held in the highest esteem by the Knights of Vobert. With the Knights gone, however, Manos has had no opportunity to put their skills to use. They would be overjoyed for your patronage. Interesting, interesting. So, let's see. It's a cute little village. So, I guess first things first, while we're here, we're going to attune to the Aetheryte, so we can teleport back here if we need to. Okay, that's done. Next, we are going to talk to Marn. So 1182, 1183, 1184. Wait, did I already count that leaf? So you are who, what, where? Wait, you're immortal? Huzzah! So well met, yes, very well met indeed. Have you old and tired arms and armor that are threatening to fall apart at critical junctures in battle? If you answered yes, you've come to the right Nu Mou. I will restore your equipment to pristine condition for a payment of a pair of moss fungus legs. Moss fungi roam just outside the cave. Please, 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 give their legs and your patronage to me. Fair enough. Okay, so let me go slay 2 of them, and once I'm done and I'm back here, we will continue. Okay, so we killed them, and now we're back. So let's talk to him. So, you are returned, and with the moss fungus legs, I hope. They are tools of my trade, lest you wonder, used to polish metal and leather alike to a lustrous sheen. Now that I have work again, I must replenish my stores. So how many moss fungus legs will you give? 2. He asked for 2. 2 moss fungus legs as befits the work. To have neither more or less expected of us than what we can provide. There is no greater joy. You see, for there to be honor in a task, we must receive precisely what it's worth. Too little means you belittle our ability. Too much means you question our integrity. You've given me fitting payment, so my services are at your disposal. I shall begin by inspecting your equipment. I see. Though I must ask for a small fee for the materials. I'm pleased to say that all your arms and armor may be restored. If you mean to change them in the near future, however, there's no need to hurry. The first repair is complimentary. Here's a coin which you may pay me with when you desire to have work done. Many thanks for your patronage. Cool, so that's complete. So, Marn Oss's shop is open for business. Oh, and if you mean to offer your patronage to another, may I suggest ye's guy off yonder. So, judging from your equipment, it's plain you're no stranger to battle. I believe ye's golf will have something to offer you. Interesting. Okay. So, let's just see what he has to offer. Oh, he's a repair. Now, the thing is, if you've been following my crafting series, we are fully capable of repairing our own gear. Right, crafters? Okay, anyway, let's carry on. Let's talk to Ye's Gif. So, the next quest is called Spore Sweeper. Ye's Gif's eyes light up at the sight of you. To have so many men visit us at once. This is a joyous day indeed. If it please you, please give me your patronage. As my patron, I ask that you remove the noxious mushrooms that grow in our cave. Flame spores, they're called. We would tend to them with magics, except they leave behind a harmful ash. We've no choice but to pluck them one at a time. Now you will be curious as to what I have to offer. I am a purveyor of wares that will aid you in your travels. In exchange for your fitting payment, I will give you my choicest items. Interesting. So let's see where these flame spores are. Okay. So it's like I said, we're earning our keep in this little town. There was me thinking that this is going to be the next beast tribe, Maybe they will be. I guess we'll see. Maybe we have to go up, possibly. Ah, there. Whee! Okay, that's 2. Okay, so the last one is... should be this building right here. Okay, here they are. Okay, so let's quickly head back. Okay, it's not too far. It's like I said, so the quests are not that bad, to be honest. Hopefully this is giving them all the time they need to decide. So you've already removed the flame spores? How very quick you are. Oh, but did you perchance search by the western entrance as well? I'm told that more have cropped up in that area. Dang it. Okay, so let us go. Thankfully it's not too far away. Okay, so here we are. Where are they? Where are they? They're probably like hidden behind certain objects. Nope. Nope. Okay, good. There they are. Okay, as you plug the last of the flame spores, you sense a gaze from the entrance. Ah, Mithrie. Oh, she's okay. So I wasn't spying on you or anything. I've just finished my task and I should go and report back. Yeah, sure she wasn't spying. Sure. I believe you, Mithrie. Totally. I don't know why I'm talking like this. Okay, so let's head back. Okay, so we're almost there. It's like I said, it's a cute little town. Oh, the sightseeing log up there. Okay, it's good to know. Righty, so... Ah, you are returned. Have you dealt with the flame spores by the western entrance as well? Excellent. No more poisonous spores irritating our noses. For a little while at least. Oh dear, I believe I'm getting sentimental. Having a patron again, it reminds me of the old days. Fair every day, I would carry my wares to the castle to offer in exchange for men's patronage. Back then the castle wasn't called Le Gaia. The Furbertites built it and they named it Grunes Lich. It was their last bastion in the struggle against Sin Eaters, and now they're gone, all of them. Nobles and knights and common folk alike. But enough reminiscing, I must give you what you've earned. But if you desire anything else I possess, I would be glad to offer them to you. For a fitting price, of course. Okay, cool. So let's complete that quest. So, Yi's Gaia shop is now open for business. Now you'll be offering a patronage to anyone else? If so, would you consider Lied Lad? He's been under the weather of late, and the chance to perform an honourable task would cheer him up. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so they sell different items, the normal vendor. Okay, so let's talk to Lied Lad. So the next quest is called the Lawless Ones, where we get free Aetheryte tickets. Lied Lad's ears appear to be droopy, even by Nu Mou standards. What? You would be my patron? But I can't do anything for you. The Lawless Ones took my invisible ink, and without it, I can't make my arcane wares. Who are the Lawless Ones? They're Nu Mou like us, except they've turned their backs on our values. Curs without honor they are. They refuse to work, instead spending all their time cavorting and making a nuisance of themselves. It was when I was outside for a walk that they set upon me and robbed me of my possessions, the ink included. I was too weak to resist them, but you, mortal, you look quite strong. Do you think you could take my ink back from those villains? If you do this, I will consider it your patronage, and by way of my service, I will make you something very special. Excuse me, Mithrie, but I couldn't help overhearing. If you mean to undertake this task, will you let me accompany you? I would learn from you, and help in what little way I can. Sure, why not? Thank you so much. So the Lawless Ones make their lair to the south inside a cave called Father Collard's Chambers. They took many vials of ink, and I would be grateful if you could bring us back as many as possible. Okay, so we need to go... Wow, we have to go really far. Okay, so once we get there, we will continue. Okay, so we made it to the entrance of the cave. It was a nice little stroll to get here. You see, like, waterfalls and streams and stuff like that. Anyway, let's talk to Mithrie. It'd be nice to do some fishing there later. So, Father Collard's Chambers is through here. I peered inside, and sure enough, it was miling with Nu Mou. They looked none too friendly. If Thancred were here, he'd tell me to go about it quietly and quickly. Let us split up. So, I'll find all the ink I can, and then come back outside. See you shortly, Mithrie. Nice. So she's definitely learned from Thancred. Okay, so let's see what we actually have to do. Okay, so I'm just going to run through here because it could take forever and a day to kill this many mobs. So let's go. Oh wow, there's like a whole village of them, Jesus. Okay, so we have to go up. So let's see which way we have to go. Okay, so there's some ink here. Okay, there's some ink up there as well. Okay, so we have to go around the other part of the building. Around here. I'll just ignore the mobs for now. I'll kill it if it interrupts. Yep, it interrupted. Okay, so let's get it. Now, generally, I have been hearing a lot of information about healing at the moment. That healing is not as fun as it used to be. I don't know if that's your guys' feeling at the time of recording this video, but all I'll say is, basically, from experience, that if there's any issues and enough people complain about it, then Square Enix will fix it. So, I'll say, don't worry. Okay, that's done. Next. Okay, so that's that. Next, let's try and avoid these guys. Get the third pot. Done. Okay, so let's speak with Mithrie. who is way outside. So, okay, once we get back to Mithrie, we will continue. Okay, so we made it to Mithrie. So let's talk to her. Wow.
Oh, thank goodness. There you are. Those Nu Mou were rather frightening. I'm glad you're safe.
I'm glad you're safe too. I see you use daggers. You don't need to worry about me. I see you use daggers.
Thancred taught me, but I'm still a novice. The Minfilius before me battled Sin Eaters as part of the Yulmoran army. But that had all changed by the time I was found. They held me captive, so that I wouldn't follow in the others' footsteps. I'd still be in my cell now had Thancred not spirited me away. When he found me, I knew nothing of the world. I didn't know how to live, let alone fight. Thancred once told me that if the efforts to summon you failed, it would fall to me to face the Light Wardens. I realized then that it was the only reason he kept me close. As a contingency. The truth is, he can't stand to be around me. Because I'm not her. I'm not his Mithrie.
Yeah.
Once, we journeyed to Nabatha together, to the place where the Oracle appeared and stayed the flood. As we drew near, I felt as though I was fading away. I shut my eyes and covered my ears, and then... I'm not sure what happened after that. I have a vague feeling that I said something to him. Only it wasn't me at all. It was her. Afterwards, Thancred didn't say a word. Only kept to himself and brooded. There's nothing I can do for him. Nothing I can offer but my presence. Though it only reminds him of his loss. She should be the one to live on. That's why I tried to find you. Because I knew that was what she wanted. But now that you're here, I'm not entirely sure what it was she intended me to do. Was I meant to tell you something, or bring you to someone, or somewhere? I can feel the answer at the edge of my mind, just out of reach.
Uh-oh.
What is that?
It's like, stop complaining.
Why? Why did you imprison us? Such boredom, such tedium have we suffered. It is unfair. Unfair.
Okay.
Come and play with us.
Interesting.
It came from the castle.
I don't have shivers down my spine, you do.
This is everything I have. Please see it delivered to the Nu Mou. I will bear word to Thancred and the others.
Wow. Just wow. Okay, so let's quickly teleport back. Okay, so let's talk to Lied Lad. So, mercy, your majesty. We had no choice. Please forgive us. Oh, it's you. My ink. Were you able to retrieve it? Let's hand it over. So it says, words and patterns inscribed using this magical ink cannot be seen by the naked eye. Huh, yes, this is the ink, and almost all of it. When our king spoke to me, my day went from bad to worse, and thanks to you, it's simply bad again. What? You had a vision too? Oh, woe is us. Ordinarily, when a living being turns into a sin eater, it loses everything about its mind that defined it. However, the king has retained some of their instincts. This manifests in the desire to play and be free. So strong is that desire, it often leaks through the seal to invade our consciousness. For a long time we've ignored it, but we can't do so forever. But forgive me, I was going to thank you for reuniting me with my ink. You did exactly as I asked, so I will give you the service as I promised. Nothing up my sleeve, and voila, may it serve you well. Cool, that's complete. Okay guys, so I think that's a good time to stop for this episode. So if you like that episode, be sure to give it a thumbs up. You can watch a random video over there, you can watch the latest upload down there, or you can click down here to subscribe. Thank you guys, bye bye.